Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome everyone here tonight. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating the marriage of this amazing couple. I want to especially welcome everybody in Aaron's family. We feel very honored and blessed to be part of your family now in some way through this marriage. So thank you so much for being here and welcome. And in particular, I want to recognize Aaron's parents, Alma and Albert, for welcoming Sofia into their family and providing her a new family that is so loving and strong. Pia and I feel very comfortable to know that she's part of such a beautiful family. So thank you very much. And many of you have come from out of town to be here tonight, so thank you for being here with us. We have folks here from Mexico, from Texas, from Colorado, and I believe we have a few folks here from Nashville. So welcome, hope you enjoy San Diego. And I want to recognize someone very special, someone without whom none of us would be here tonight. I didn't think that I would get choked up at this point. And that's the lovely mother of the bride, my wife Pia. She never ceases to amaze me with her big heart and all of her talent. So, before we toast, I wanted to say a few words about Aaron and Sofia. Those of you who know Sofia know that she's a very unique and special young lady. She is actually one of the kindest, most thoughtful, most compassionate, and generous person you're ever going to meet. And that's not the words of a proud and biased father, even though I am. It's simply an objective truth, and those who know her know that it is true. She is as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside, and she's looking very beautiful today. But Sofia is also a very intelligent woman. In fact, she's really good at science and math, which is kind of unusual for a Western. We're not. She's really good at it. One of her professors in college, her math professors, basically begged her to become. But she discovered her real love was in the biological sciences. I can still remember how enthralled she was by her anatomy and physiology classes in college. Just totally excited by learning about how the body works, etc. Just really excited. So, when she told us that she wanted to become a nurse, it seemed to me to be a perfect fit. Because I could picture her standing by the bedside of a patient in a hospital with such care and compassion and kindness, while at the same time being totally fascinated by their bodily functions. So Sofia decided to apply to a four-year school here in San Diego that had a nursing program. She applied to two schools. She applied to California State University, San Marcos, and also to a school called San Diego State University. Yeah. So, as a Triton, I will say, go Aztecs. But actually, her first choice was to go to Cal. That's where she really wanted to go. That's where she had her heart set. She was determined. Her whole projection of her future was based on going to Cal State San Marcos. And really, San Diego State was not really in the cards in her mind. After applying, a few months later, she got her notification first from San Diego State, and she was accepted there. And it wasn't a big surprise, but it wasn't very exciting to her either, because that's really not where she wanted to go. And then a few weeks later, she got notification from Cal State San Marcos, and she was not accepted. She was rejected. And it was really strange. We were surprised, shocked, we didn't understand. Sofia was very disappointed, very upset. I remember that day very well. We were sitting around the dining room table, and Sofia was so upset that her plans had been thwarted that she began to cry. And not liking seeing, and if it's in his will that you go to San Diego State, well, then that's the best thing for you. And I knew that intellectually she understood me, but I could tell by the look on her face that she really didn't. I wasn't really making an impact emotionally. So I decided just to blurt out the first thing that came into my head, and that was, Sofia, maybe you'll meet your future husband at San Diego State. Now, I just wanted to make her feel better. I had no idea that I was being a prophet. So Sofia went on to San Diego State that fall. She was loving her classes. She started going to activities at the Newman Center, which is the organization on campus that takes care of the Catholic students. And she was loving it. She was meeting lots of great people and enjoying the activities. And then we learned that she was going to go out on a date. And I thought to myself, well, that's just sweet Sofia just kind of humoring some young man. And there wasn't much that was going to come of that. Then I heard there was a second date, and then there was a third date. And I'm starting to think, well, I need to meet this young man. I learned that he had a name. His name was Aaron. And that Sofia said that we could meet him once they became officially a couple. So that happened, and then Sofia said, well, Aaron's going to come over. It was one Sunday afternoon, and he came over. We really had a very great conversation. Before that meeting, I was thinking to myself, Sofia has a really good head on. So this Aaron guy can't be that bad. But then there was another part of me that was thinking something that I think some of you were thinking. And that was, there couldn't possibly be a young man out there good enough for Sofia. That was what's going through my head. So Aaron came over, we had a great conversation, and after he left, I have to admit I was a little confused, because I was looking for some red flags. Of course, I wanted to tell my daughter, I want to think about this or that, identify him. So nobody's perfect. And then Aaron started coming over more often to the house, to our family celebrations, our birthday parties. We had some more great conversations. I saw him interacting with other members of my family of all different ages. And I began to see something. And what I saw was a young man who is intelligent, who is talented, who is successful. He owns more houses than I do. I saw a young man who is family-oriented, who is quite organized, which I really relate to, and very generous. He gave me an amazing bottle of Chilean pisco for my birthday last year. And interestingly, I saw a young man who's very self-confident, but at the same time, very humble. But most importantly, I saw a young man who puts God first in his life and who takes his faith very seriously. So what I saw and what I see tonight is that there actually is a young man good enough for my daughter, and he's sitting next to her tonight. I can't tell you how surprised I am to be able to say that, but I also can't tell you how grateful I am to be able to say that. So to Sofia and Aaron, I want to tell you that you have everything you need to have a happy and successful marriage. You have your faith in God, you have all the virtues that He's graced you with, and that you have developed in your very short lives, you should feel very confident going into the future. You have so much to look forward to. That's what I want you to take forward from tonight. So if you'd all would raise your glasses and join me in a toast. I forgot my glass. So let's raise our glasses and toast Sofia and Aaron. May you experience, thank you so much. May you experience the fullness of love and life together. And may your children bring you as much joy as you've brought to us. Cheers.